we interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to bring you a special presentation of
Two Nerds, a podcast. Your home for everything movies, music, video games, and everything in between. With your hosts, Bunny the Bruiser, and Dynamite Jared Latching.
How's it going, everyone? Welcome to another episode. I'm doing the old intro. We gotta do the new intro. New intro. We are two nerds.
This is a podcast.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
And I'm Buddy the Bruiser.
And I'm Dynamite Jared! And this is Two Nerds, a podcast.
This is correct. Two Nerds, a
We were
podcast.
supposed to say it in sync.
Well, you know what? This whole episode's... It's got a certain vibe to it. We're not doing what we normally do in this episode, Jared.
What do we normally do?
I don't know, more preparation than what we did this week.
No, we did a lot of preparation. There just wasn't.
There was
shit
nothing to talk about.
Don't tune out. This is an action-packed episode. Some of the most content-heavy podcasting that we've ever done.
Ever. In the history
show.
of the show. We're coming up on, like, 70 episodes total, I think. Something like that.
70 episodes. Okay, yeah, I see what you're going with. And we're coming up on episode 50 pretty soon.
50 of season 2.
Season 2. Are we going to announce anything about that?
I don't know, are we? What's going on? I don't know.
That's... Well, you said that's probably going to be the end of season 2.
Probably the end of season 2.
Episode 50 is.
Yeah.
And then we're going to take a break for however long. I don't know.
Yeah.
No return date announced as of yet, but we will hold a press conference.
Yes.
As soon as as soon as that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let everyone know.
Exactly. So, anyway, speaking of press conferences,
I was like, speaking of press conferences, we just watched a hell of a press conference.
We watched half of a hell of a press conference for the biggest event in internet history.
In boxing history as well. Probably the biggest event in boxing history.
Yeah, I would say this definitely eclipses
anything Floyd Mayweather has ever done. This easily eclipses
Mayweather
it.
versus McGregor. Definitely eclipses that. Definitely eclipses a lot of Muhammad Ali's famous fights against I don't know who he fought. Man, I think Joe Frazier and stuff like that.
Something like that.
Mike Tyson versus Evander Holyfield. This is bigger than all.
It eclipses all the Rocky movies. Eclipses the trailer for Creed 2. This is where the boxing world is focused right now.
Speaking
this specific event. But yes, go ahead.
They didn't really show Dolph Lundgren in the Creed 2 trailer yet.
No, they didn't.
They're really waiting.
It's going to be a surprise. Like, damn, he's aged.
He's confirmed for the movie, right?
He is confirmed, yeah.
Are him and Rocky going to have a rematch?
They could. Maybe.
Oh,
Maybe
that would be something. Rocky kills him. I wonder if the finish for that movie, the big finish, is going to be like, I don't even remember Apollo's kid's name. I just know that he's another Creed.
Adonis Creed.
Yeah. I wonder if the finish to that movie is going to be him just beating the absolute hell out of the dudes, out of the younger Drago Jr. We'll call him for right now.
Not Brock Lesnar.
And he's about to kill him basically,
Yeah.
but then Rocky's
got to be like, no,
you're better than that.
Yeah,
we're better than that. And all that shit, and he overcomes the urge to murder in the boxing ring in over-the-top fashion, as Dolph Lundgren did to his father before them.
Correct.
To exact revenge. I wonder if that's the finish. But we're not talking about that small fry shit anymore.
No, we're talking...
We're talking about real fighting, real boxing now. We're talking about KSI versus Logan Paul.
Correct.
And Deji versus Jake Paul.
Yes.
Brothers versus brothers in a boxing ring for the first time. The YouTube sensations are clashing, and I've never watched a KSI video in my life.
I've never heard of him until this happened.
I saw videos on the stream about how KSI saved Logan Paul's career, but how could I'm assuming that KSI's sort of big.
Sure.
at least on YouTube, because I mean, let's face it, there's a billion YouTubers that you've probably never heard of.
Correct.
And I know he has 18 million subscribers.
Okay, that's what I was checking.
So he's
Well, how many do the Pauls have?
well, they have more than that. They have to.
More than 18 mil?
Yeah, they have to.
Oh, he's got 17, brother.
Oh, he's under 8. Wow, I can't believe KSI didn't hit him with that.
Yeah.
At the press conference.
Well, to be fair, we only watched half of it.
It's true. He could have
So
been
he
like,
could've-
oh, you know, where's your other 1 million subscribers, bro? You're not
Yeah.
even as famous as me. So, yeah, maybe KSI did save Logan Paul's career.
Yeah.
Bringing him to the show, he's going to make him famous.
Yep. That's the thing.
I have watched Logan Paul videos before, by accident, before I even knew who he was.
I have never watched any videos, but
I've watched Logan Paul videos on Facebook before I knew that he was this major internet sensation.
and I had never even heard of him if it wasn't for the dead body controversy.
Really?
Yeah, I had not heard of him.
But did you know about Jake Paul?
No, I didn't know either of them existed.
I mean, I knew about Jake Paul because he was Logan Paul's brother. I mean, I found out about all this stuff because my girlfriend's really into YouTube.
Yeah.
So she
I'm on a
knows,
completely different side of YouTube as a lot of these people the kids watch these days. But
there's so this is an actual fight.
this is an
This is
actual
really
fight.
this is
Yes.
really happening.
Max Kellerman is commentating on this fight.
And they're doing it's going down in August.
Yeah.
August 26th, I think.
August 20 something.
August 25th or 26th.
Something like that.
It's a Saturday. And is this being hosted by YouTube Red, I'm assuming?
I don't know. It could be.
I'm assuming this has got to be for YouTube Red, since these are YouTube stars.
Yeah.
And they are...
Gonna duke it out.
I personally can't believe this being an actual pay-per-view event that people would buy.
I don't know who would. Well, maybe those 17 and 18 million people would buy
It's
it.
an pay-per-view.
Yeah.
But there's no way that cable
No, it's not going to be.
providers are doing
I
this.
severely doubt it.
I can't imagine watching like your pay-per-view ordering channel or whatever and seeing like the commercial for this, like Logan Paul
It shows you
versus
that
KSI, who's actually a real amateur boxer.
Yes, I heard
has an amateur background. Logan Paul, I'm assuming, has none of that.
I am also assuming has none of that.
I think that his training video has actually been uploaded, which is always embarrassing for people
Yeah.
that can't. That aren't
I saw
professionals.
like the headline for it. It was like Logan Paul brutalizes person in his sparring session or something.
Really?
That's what it's. That's what the headline says. But like,
Well, there was also a headline for this press conference that KSI punched Logan Paul at the press conference, but we didn't get to that part. But I've actually seen the footage from it, and he did not punch him at all. He like kind of shoved him,
yeah,
and like that was it.
interesting.
There was no punch. He like kind of balled up like he was gonna punch him, and then
Yeah.
shoved him with the other arm. It was like kind of a confusing thing, but I can tell you that there was no punch thrown.
There was
All right.
no punch.
There was no punch. So, buddy, what I want to ask you, because we're brothers, we're YouTube brothers.
Correct. When's our boxing
And what-
match, or who are we fighting?
Yeah. Okay.
Are
so,
we fighting, or are we gonna find?
No, no.
We need to
We're
find.
partners. We're brothers.
So we got to find.
Which YouTubers would we fight? Who would we do battle with?
James Rolfe and Mike Matei.
Listen here, motherfucker, Mike.
Yeah.
I'm sick of your racist webcomics that you wrote back in the day.
Like in 2003.
James Rolfe, you've been on borrowed time, brother.
Yeah.
It's our time now. Angry video game nerd, nobody cares about it anymore. It's time for...
It's about the two nerds.
Two nerds a stream.
Yes.
A live stream. We're playing Helldivers.
Speed, plug your shit. Tell the viewers on my channel what happened on your channel this past weekend.
Yeah, so, I mean, if you guys follow the Twitter or anything, you probably saw a tweet, maybe, of... Me and Buddy did a live stream of this game called Helldivers. It's a terrible game. It's not that good.
I mean, it wasn't the worst thing.
It's
but
not. It's not
awful.
awful. But I'm wondering, did we have infinite extra guys in that, or did we have a limited amount of backup calls?
if we had a limited amount, we did not reach the limit.
We didn't reach the limit, but I'm like saying like if it's unlimited, then I hate that game.
Yeah.
Like I can't stand games where like I can't.
There's no
where I
punishments.
can't get a game over.
Yeah.
I can't stand that. Like Metal Gear, you can basically not Metal Gear, but Metal Slug. You can basically just continuously respawn in the level until like they
Forever.
won't even fucking make you restart the level. You can just keep on respawning in the level.
Yeah.
That's that fucking annoys me so much. But
we streamed the game at like 1 a.m. on like Saturday.
got a couple viewers. I still don't think it's come up on my channel.
It is
I mean, for me to see.
you to see it. It's got like 30 views or something.
Let's see, 30 views.
Yeah.
My videos. Okay, yeah, there it is. 33 views for that. 15 for our my Rocket League stream that I did shortly after that. It only lasted like a half hour because we started talking about personal stuff on the stream. So I was like,
Who were you streaming with?
I was streaming it with my brother, and his wife was drunk, and she wanted to get on and talk about family. And so I was just like, I mean, we didn't have any viewers at the time, but the games weren't going very well anyways, and I was getting tired, so I wasn't talking enough, and it was just, I cut the stream short. Actually, I've been meaning to go in there and delete that stream, so
Maybe when this
I'm deleting it now.
so you'll never see it.
Yeah, so you won't see the Rocket League one, but you could definitely check out Buddy and I's Helldivers stream. It's 40 minutes long, and
It cut out randomly at the end.
it cuts out randomly at the end. We got disconnected from the streaming service, but it's on my YouTube channel, Dynamite Jared. I'm sure there's a link to it on the description for this video, so you guys can check that out and leave a comment in the comments below.
And let us know what you want us to stream and when is a good
let
time.
us know what you want us to play or stream or any of that. And I mean a good time. Well, it's probably going to be late at night no matter what, but you can watch it whenever.
Yeah.
If you really want to be live and interacting with us, then it'll probably be sometime after 10 o'clock on most nights.
Yes.
But we'll tweet about it ahead of time if we ever stream again. We'll definitely send a tweet out.
Say, hey, we're doing it tonight.
Hey, we're streaming tonight. Come in, check us out. And then we got to find a way, buddy, to get the capture card up and running so we can stream Super Mario Party when that comes out.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's going to be...
See, I don't even know if the capture card I have works for Nintendo, but we can definitely give it another shot.
Well, it has...
it has an HDMI.
Yeah,
but
so, I mean...
it was goofy because we couldn't even get it to work with your
we got
PS4.
a few months before we really need to get it going. But Super Mario Party coming out, I definitely want to do videos or streams on that.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's our shit to check out. Buddy, do you have any predictions for the
No, I was going to say,
big fight?
are we going to be live stream commentating this fight on YouTube?
I'm down to do it if you buy YouTube Red so we can watch it.
Well, I think they got like a 30-day free trial.
Oh, yeah, so we'll just wait and save our free trial for the fight.
Yeah.
This will be good. There's no way it could be worse than the WWE product right now.
There's no way.
Oh, man, but this press conference was bad. If the press conference is any indication of how the fight is going to go...
The fight, it's not going to be a good fight, because it's one guy with amateur experience and Logan Paul, who doesn't know how to do anything.
Yeah, he's going to get...
We can assume he doesn't know how to do anything.
He's going to get knocked out. There's another YouTube thing, also discussed by PewDiePie recently, unfortunately, but we're YouTubers, sort of.
Sort of, yeah.
We're not big-time YouTubers, but I feel like it's fine for us to comment on big-time YouTubers. Tana Mongo or whatever
Don't
her
know.
name is.
Don't know.
She's a big YouTuber. I don't even know what she does. I've never watched a video of hers or anything, but
fill me in. What's going on?
We're all aware of VidCon, right?
We're aware of VidCon.
This is YouTube's event that they do every
year.
They get creators on, and they, you pay a certain amount, you get to go in, you get to meet your creators, and
yeah, it's like a Comic-Con or whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Tana or whatever her name is, she's been showing up the past few years to this, but she wasn't on the featured creators list.
Okay.
Even though she allegedly has more subscribers than all the featured creators that they have. So basically what YouTube does is that all the big time creators that we know of and everything, they're all pretty much too controversial, and they don't want them to be at VidCon as a featured creator.
Yeah.
And so what happened when Tana or whatever would show up to these cons, to VidCon, people would swarm her, and everybody would get super excited about her being there, and it would cause a huge security issue, and she would be getting kicked out of VidCon every year. She decides that her solution to this is that she's going to have TanaCon and run it the same day as VidCon. Okay. And book several of the creators that are at VidCon to do panels at TanaCon at the same time they're supposed to be panels at VidCon. Okay. And the whole thing was just so poorly organized. A lot of the creators didn't show up.
I would imagine.
She booked a venue that could only hold 1,000 people and promised free admission to people unless they wanted a VIP pass, which costed money. But there was free admission for the general public that could get in and meet all the creators. And when you book a venue with only 1,000 in a major market, I think this is in Los Angeles, you're gonna get way more than 1,000 people.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened. And they had a 4-hour wait to even get inside. And I guess a lot of the creators that were promised to be weren't even in there. And there was a huge chant for refunds and just.
But it was free.
But it was for the VIP ticket buyers. I can't even remember what the price is for that. But people paid a lot, and you could pay to get this gift bag.
Okay.
That had the TanaCondom for TanaCon.
All right, I got you.
And a couple of other things in it as well. Someone stated that they basically paid $75 for a condom.
Well, a TanaCondom.
A TanaCondom.
Well, was it the same size as a normal condom? Like it was.
I'd like to think that it was a Magnum.
No, what I'm saying, like it was a normal condom. It wasn't like a big, like fucking, like balloon or.
It wasn't a gigantic.
Okay, so it was just your regular.
It wasn't a Godzilla condom, if that's what you're asking.
Well, I didn't know it was like a gimmicky kind of thing.
If it was a King Kongdom?
A King Kongdom, yes, something like that.
So that's what's been going on in the YouTube universe, the YouTubeverse. These past few weeks, I guess. And it's our duty to cover it as small-time
and it's
YouTubers.
good that you know these things, because I never knew any of that.
Well, I watch fucking Pew News, and that's where I get all my info. Shout out to PewDiePie, who is the biggest creator on YouTube, but will never get featured on VidCon because he said the N-word during a live stream. You son of a bitch. Yeah, so that's what's been going on YouTube. Buddy, so we'd be facing Motherfucker Mike and the Angry Video Game Nerd.
But who's facing who, is the question. I feel as if my channel has more subscribers. I feel like I have more marquee value. So I think
you want to take the Angry Video Game Nerd? See, you didn't even know about the racist webcomics until Ricky told you. And so, well, I didn't know until he told me either. But I feel like it made me madder than it made you. Yeah. Because you still watch the, his Monday show or whatever.
No, I don't. Ricky does. He watches the James and Mike Mondays. I've only watched...
He still watches it?
I don't know if he still does, but I know that he did. I've only seen a couple episodes of it.
Okay. I thought you still watched it.
No, I never watched it to begin with, just when it was a game that I liked.
Well, I saw that he just uploaded a new Angry Video Game Nerd.
Yeah, it was Dirty Harry. Yeah, I didn't watch it yet, but
I'm sure that's a hell of a game.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, alright, I guess I'm taking on Motherfucker Mike. That's fine by me, because whenever I go to swing on him, I could just think about how not funny his comics were.
Not even that they were slightly racist, like, it's that they weren't funny.
Well, I mean, listen, not only were they not slightly racist, they were extremely racist. But I'm not saying it's okay to be racist as long as you're funny.
But it helps.
But it definitely helps if you're funny about it. I mean, think about stand-up comedians. I mean, like, to this day, they still tell pretty racist jokes.
Yeah.
But they're hilarious.
Correct.
So it's okay. Like, nobody can sit here and tell me that Dave Chappelle's comedy isn't racist.
Correct.
It's racist.
But it's the funniest stuff.
But it's super fucking funny, and I wish that they would do more Netflix specials.
I know.
But I mean, there it is. An example of giving racism a pass.
Yes.
Because it's hilarious. Motherfucker Mike doesn't get that pass.
Because it's not.
Because it's not. It wasn't funny at all.
Yeah.
It was not funny at all, and I wish I could look it up.
And plus, it's a lot worse when it's a white person doing it than a black person doing it, you know. That should go without saying.
Well, he didn't
yes.
He didn't even come at the blacks. I don't think he came at like Hispanics. Or
no, I'm saying
like
minorities being racist towards majorities. I mean, still, it's like not as controversial as the whites.
Yeah, well,
you know, it should go without saying, but
yeah. Well, you know, we're walking on thin ice because we're the guys that kind of held down the other races for so long, and in some respects are still trying to hold them down today.
If YouTube could see your face right now.
I wish we did have a live cam for this podcast so I could just look at the camera and then, like, in your editing, you could just, like, do the freeze frame zoom up with, like, a song like Rick Astley or something. Never gonna give you up. Just something random.
Were you the one that was did we say this on the podcast last week, or were you just telling me that the Bumblebee is a reboot?
Yeah, it's a reboot.
But did we say that on the podcast?
Yeah, we said it on the podcast, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I brought it up, like, right at the beginning. Or, no, when we started talking about Transformers cartoons, I mentioned it.
Okay.
So, anyways,
YouTube SmackDown coming soon.
Yeah. So let's just do it right now. Let's just call them out. Okay, let's just call them out. James Rolfe, Mike Matei, Buddy the Bruiser, and Dynamite Jared. We're calling you out right now
on iPay-per-view.
iPay-per-view.
YouTube Red.
YouTube Red. We know YouTube. We know you're demonetizing all of our videos because we're small time. We're small fries. But that's not going to be the case anymore. After I stare Mike Matei in the eyes from across the ring and meet him in the center. I'm not even going to touch gloves with him. As soon as the match starts, bam, he's on his ass. It's over. It's done with. Okay, I am confident.
Are you confident? Because he has some combat experience. I mean, he was Bugs Bunny. He was all these characters that were fighting with the nerd. So how much combat experience do you actually have?
I've been in a couple of street fights. Which I'm sure all of his street fights have been him getting jumped for being racist in public. So there. No, fucking Mike Matei was mad that they played a Star Wars trailer during the Super Bowl. He's that big of a fucking nerd, okay? Yeah. He was an 80s nerd. He probably got shoved into his fucking locker a few times when he was a kid. No. There's absolutely no way that his fucking... He's skinny, right? He's probably like fucking 170 or whatever. It's like at the most. There's no way that he's fucking got me fucking 210 pounds fucking... No. And I do have combat experience, though. It's in amateur wrestling when I was a kid.
Very cool.
So if we turn this into an MMA fight, then he really doesn't stand a chance.
I do have amateur wrestling experience as well.
Yeah, so if we turn this into... You know what? I don't want to...
No, we're not boxing. We're old school wrestling.
No, we'll turn this into a mixed martial arts. So we can throw fists and everything, okay. But I am confident that Mike Matei's ground game is nowhere near my ground game. Nowhere near the level of my ground game. I'm predicting a first-round knockout, motherfucker Mike. A first-round knockout. You heard it here. My promo skills are just going down the tubes, man.
That's fine.
You heard it here first, folks, on Two Nerds a Podcast. Dynamite Jared calling Mike Matei out. First round knockout. He doesn't stand a chance against me. He never will stand a chance against me. I'll give him a year to train.
That sounds fair.
A year to train, Mike. And then they live in PA, right? This isn't
they
even
live
a
in
big
like Philly, yeah.
This isn't even a long drive for them.
Yeah.
We
could
can
meet half
meet in the middle.
way, yeah.
We can meet in the middle.
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh's a major market.
2019.
We'll meet in Pittsburgh at the
wherever the Steelers play.
You think we could draw that big of a crowd? I was going to just go for the First Energy Stadium, I think it is.
Realistically, when I was in the heel, we played at a tattoo shop there that fit like 20 people. I think that's like the most realistic venue we can do.
Those guys are big time. They can probably draw at least a couple hundred people to the show.
Yeah.
To the fight.
So if there's a grog shop equivalent in Pittsburgh, let us know.
All right. I cut my promo on Mother. I feel shitty because that promo sucked. That was like a Sid Justice promo right there. I stumbled over my words. But I give the mic to you. You have the main event.
I can't cut a promo.
You have the main event.
Here's
Plug
the thing.
the match. Call him out.
See,
Tell him who's going to win.
James Rolfe?
Do you think that you can defeat James Rolfe in hand-to-hand combat? In an MMA fight in the octagon, do you think you can take James Rolfe?
James Rolfe? You're a great gentleman. Very well respected on the YouTube community.
He's friends with a racist!
But I'm telling you, right now on the internet, that I'm going to stick a buzzsaw up your ass. And
these are all things that he would rather do than play
Yes.
certain video games, by the way.
I'm going to shove your head into the toilet and make you lick the inside of a toilet bowl rather than knock me out, because you won't.
That was awful.
I don't know what to say. I'm just trying to think, because I haven't watched any nerd episodes in so long.
All right. What was the worst game that he fucking played, probably, ever? Was it Simon's Quest?
That's the one he hates the most.
Or was it the, what was the other one with, like, Uncle Fester on the cover?
Fester's Quest.
Fester's Quest?
Fester's Quest.
Okay.
2 Quest games.
In Fester's Quest, you just get struck by lightning, right? And then you just can't proceed.
That's Simon. That's Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
Oh, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Okay. I'll cut this fucking promo for you.
All right, cut a. See, because
I'll be your mouthpiece.
You're a heel. Like, I can't do the I'm gonna kick your ass promo. I play to the crowd.
Okay. AVGN. I know you've been talking shit on your channel. I know that you think that your channel and Cinemassacre as a whole, whatever the fuck you think you do, you know, you think that you're better than Two Nerds a Podcast. Well, after I fucking shove Mike Matei's foot so far up his own ass that it comes out of his mouth and he bleeds out and dies in the middle of the octagon, it's your turn to stand face to face with Buddy the Bruiser. And they don't call him the Bruiser for no reason. No. He's going to bruise you so badly that you will be begging for mercy. And when it's all said and done, your only way out of the octagon, Buddy the Bruiser is going to force you to play Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. He is going to put you in a submission until you beat that game. Until you beat it for all of your pussy-ass fans.
I think he has beaten that game.
Did he beat it?
Yes.
How did he get past the lightning?
He found out.
You're going to have to beat it again. You have to beat it again in front of all of your garbage-ass, stupid, idiot fans that are going to be in the crowd, because we're only going to have 2 fans in our crowd. Juna Bug and No Star Reviews, and maybe our girlfriends. So that's 4 people, all right? But we're the heels, so just 4 people cheering the cool heels is fine for us.
Yeah.
We're going to beat both of you to a bloody pulp and leave you there. And when we're done with you, just delete your channel. Just get off of YouTube. Delete your website. You don't even do Monster Madness anymore anyways.
Actually, we'll just switch logins so we have...
Yeah. We're taking over, baby.
You owe us your password.
2 World Order.
Yes, yes. Is that our tag team name?
2 World Order. We're coming for you. Your days are numbered. 1 year. 1 year. What day is it? June 27th.
We're recording,
June
we're
27th.
recording this early.
All right.
Everyone's
so this is coming out on Saturday. So that is
The
what
30th.
June 30th.
June 30th.
June 30th, 2019. It's going to be a bloodbath in the Octagon, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Tattoo shop. I don't care. You're going down. And that's it. That's my promo.
Angry video game nerd. Game over.
Buy the T-shirt. All right. So that's
Don't sue us, please.
don't sue us. Actually, fight us.
Yes.
I'm actually 100% down to actually fight you. I know you can probably cut a good promo. Well, maybe not Mike, but I'm sure. What? He's fucking hanging from fucking James Ballsack this whole time. The only reason he's famous is because of Angry Video Game Nerd.
That's true.
So, I mean, you've been riding the coattails for too long. And I'm giving Buddy, even though he's got... you know what? I'm riding his coattails, all right? I'm the fucking meat and potatoes of this show, but I'm riding his coattails because it's on his channel, all right? You've been riding Angry Video Games coattails for too long, and I'm putting an end to that, all right? And then he's putting an end to Angry Video Game Nerd. So I'm putting an end to you, he's putting an end to him, and then we're taking over your channel. And that's it. Too sweet me, bro. There it is.
You guys couldn't see that at home, but I wish you could.
It was a powerful,
The two-world order.
Two-world order. Okay, man. And I promise I'll work on my promo skills for our press conference.
Yes, you cut me off guard. I didn't know I was going to have to cut a promo, so I had to kind of do the Lesnar thing. Just
I didn't know we were starting a program, because usually a wrestler has a couple of minutes to think about what he's going to say in his promo. So, it's kind of like my brother's wedding. I totally shot from the hip during my my toast, or whatever. I fucking brought tears to the whole crowd. But see, I had a couple hours to think about my speech and what
to say,
what elements I was going to cut into my promo. There were bullet points. I thought of the bullet points and I kind of filled in the blanks.
Yeah.
That's how you work a wrestling match too. Usually.
Correct. Supposedly.
Usually, unless you're Macho Man Randy Savage, you can work out the whole thing. Buddy, it's your time to shine, because you didn't shine during that promo. But you saw Jurassic World.
Oh, I did.
Fallen Kingdom.
I did see Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom.
I did not. But tell me what you thought about the movie.
I'll tell you what, brother. It wasn't as bad as people say it was.
Oh.
It certainly was not a good film. Certainly was not a good film. But neither was Jurassic World, the original one. Not the original Jurassic Park, obviously a masterpiece. But as far as this rebooted series, the first one...
Is it better than Jurassic Park 3?
I have not seen that one in many years. I would have to rewatch. I would say yes.
Better than 2?
I would have to say no. Because I think 2 is better than Jurassic World. 2 is
I honestly thought 2 was kind of fun when I was a kid.
It's still fun.
Yeah.
I think we were talking about this before we rolled last week.
I just remember the T-Rex drinking out of the swimming pool.
The T-Rex...
the little girl, looks out the window and sees the T-Rex drinking out of the swimming pool.
Well, I mean, the T-Rex, in the city in general is an iconic, movie scene, Yeah. The T-Rex, destroying the city or whatever. And that one, they have, the RV that's, dangling off the side of a building. I mean,
it's kind of like what they were kind of practicing for their Godzilla movie, right?
Yeah, basically.
Because they did the American Godzilla.
Was this before or after the American Godzilla?
I think that it was...
It might have been 2 years before, or maybe it was the same year.
I'm pretty sure Jurassic Park 2 was before the American Godzilla. Because American Godzilla was 98.
98.
Oh, man. Talk about Jurassic World, because I'll look this up.
Okay, so Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom takes place 3 years after the original Jurassic World, which you have not seen... But the premise is...
1997, so it was
a year before. A year before.
Yeah.
So basically, the first Jurassic World, they reopened the park for some reason. It's a bigger one. It's on an island. And there's an evil, mutated Tyrannosaurus raptor thing called the Andromedus Rex. And it's fucking people up. The pterodactyls are killing everyone. The whole park is a wreck. And then the T-Rex and Andromedus Rex fight at the end. and then the evil dinosaur gets killed by that big whale thing that everyone sees in the trailer. Like that big whale fucking dinosaur. So this one...
So there's an evil dinosaur.
Well, I mean, it's an animal. Doesn't know any better. But, yeah, it's evil.
But it's fighting a good dinosaur, right?
Well, the T-Rex, I mean, you wouldn't say it's good, but, I mean, it's the... You know what I mean? It's the T-Rex is definitely the baby face in this scenario.
So it's like the T-Rex is Godzilla, and the...
Andromedus Rex is, like...
The big spider things that it fought
sure.
in the new Godzilla movie.
Sure, the Mutao or something?
Yeah, Muto.
Yeah. So, in this one, it takes place a few years later, the park shut down. There's an active volcano on the park, so they have to go and save a couple of the dinosaurs, because if they die out, they're not going to have the DNA to theoretically make them again. So, you go to the island, stuff blows up, bunch of bullshit happens, and then they have a new mutated dinosaur at the end. I forget what it's called, but it's basically a giant raptor. And that's the one you see in the trailer that's like in the little girl's bedroom, like fucking shit up.
If it's a giant raptor, how does it fit in a bedroom?
I mean, it's not huge, it's just bigger than the normal
Listen,
raptors.
I picture like a normal sized raptor probably just barely fitting into a fucking bedroom.
Well, normal sized raptors, not Jurassic Park raptors, normal size are like the size of chickens. So they beefed them up a little bit for the Jurassic movies. But I don't know, I'd say it's like 7 feet, 8 feet tall, instead of the raptors that are like 5 or 6.
And this is a problem for the T-Rex. Why?
The T-Rex doesn't fight this thing. The T-Rex isn't there at this point.
Okay.
Basically what happens is they get double-crossed, and they're selling these remaining dinosaurs to, like, different countries, like hitmen and assassins for, like, millions of dollars. Like, oh, here's a fucking... this new raptor thing, we're selling it for, like, $20 million or some shit. So, basically, this dinosaur gets loose. And it's in this big estate, and that's how it ends up getting, like, in a bedroom. Like, it's not like dinosaurs are, like, loose yet. Dinosaurs are not loose yet.
Okay.
So it's in there, and then basically they stop the dinosaur, T-Rex comes, does its thing, and then the raptor is actually taken out by the little raptor from the first movie, like Blue, and then at the end of the movie, they let all the dinosaurs go, and now humans and dinosaurs coexist in the same world. And it's leaving it up to a third one, theoretically, where they have to figure out... Because they didn't want to let the dinosaurs out, so now, like, dinosaurs are, like, killing people and, like, all this shit, so they have to try to find out how to stop the dinosaurs in humanity. Like, one of the, like, the last shots of the movie is, like, a T-Rex about to, like, fight a lion and, like, shit like that. Like, it's, like, super ridiculous, but, I mean, it's cheesy popcorn fun. Like, it's not high-class cinema. I mean, I don't know what people expect when they see the trailers for this movie.
Would you say this movie would have benefited or been hurt more by more Jeff Goldblum?
It definitely would have benefited. I don't think you can make a movie hurt more. Jeff Goldblum is in the movie about as long as he's in the trailer. He's in it for a minute at the beginning, a minute at the end. My theory is they had him for like one day, shot his shit in like 3 hours, didn't even have a script. They were just like, we need Jeff Goldblum in this movie. And then they just kind of worked the movie around it. Because everything he says, you could apply to any movie plot. He's just like, oh, dinosaurs are bad. We shouldn't have done this. And like shit like that. Like it had nothing to do with specific like plot points, you know?
Do you think he's returning for the third one?
I don't know.
Has it done well in the box office?
I couldn't tell you. I mean, it did fine. Like it didn't. It's not like a flop or anything. But I don't think it's doing,
is the third one coming?
It's hard to say. I would assume.
Okay.
Just round out the trilogy.
Yeah. All right. Anything else you want to talk about?
I had one more thing to say, but I can't remember what it was. But
about Jurassic Park?
About
Jurassic World?
This new one. But I can't remember what it was.
Well.
Oh, like his thing is like the dinosaurs were here before us, and if we're not careful, they'll be here after us.
Oh.
It's like, and then he's like, welcome, and at the end, he's like, welcome to Jurassic World. And when you're watching the trailer, he says it in the trailer, you're supposed to think, oh, they're back at Jurassic World, like the theme park. But no, it's like Jurassic World, as in the dinosaurs are here and the people are here in the real like world. This is what he like meant by it. So
cool. So let's go in and watch a better movie, Carnosaur.
Carnosaur.
No. All right. Anything else you want to talk about this week? I can't think of anything.
I don't know. I just... Talking about Jurassic World makes me wish it was the new Godzilla. And we're looking at this Godzilla... It's not a poster, but a Godzilla cardboard cutout the entire time.
When the new Godzilla comes out next year, and
Correct.
then Godzilla vs. King Kong comes out the year after that, or 2020?
I would say 2021.
Okay. Ugh.
I think. I don't know. I
Well-
still haven't seen Skull Island, but I plan on it.
Yeah, it's a movie.
I know. I just gotta.
alright.
I gotta see what is going on. I guess.
Well, I can't wait for that new Godzilla. I can't wait for more Halloween trailers. I can't wait to see the new Halloween stuff.
I can't wait for new Dragon Ball Z news. As
I
well.
mean,
There's a lot of
There's
stuff.
been stuff sprinkled here and there, but it's nothing major. The Dragon Ball not the Dragon Ball Super anime, the Dragon Ball Heroes anime has a trailer for the first episode. Mm-hmm. It's 30 seconds. I mean, and the big news coming out of it is that Vegito Blue is returning.
Yeah,
So,
that's the thing.
Vegito Blue will be in Dragon Ball Heroes. That's kind of cool because, fucking God only knows if we'll ever see him again in Dragon Ball Super. He
Yeah.
fucking didn't even kill Zamasu.
Yeah, you didn't do shit.
I can't believe that they didn't think of it in the Tournament of Power to do Vegito Blue there. Like, they didn't think of, like, that, the thing that Kefla Kale and Caulifla did. They had that backup plan to fuse and make Kefla. Like, it's dumb that, like, Goku and Vegeta didn't think of, well, if it comes down to it, we might have to fuse in the Tournament of Power to win. Because if I were a betting man and I was thinking Jiren versus Vegito Blue at that point in time, I'm going Vegito Blue all the way.
For sure, but because I know they said no weapons, and I remember a point about fusion was addressed, but I couldn't remember if they said that, like, the earrings were allowed or not allowed.
They said it was allowed. They let Kefla fight. It was basically, I guess maybe they thought it would be considered a weapon at first, and so they didn't think of it.
And sure, it's just like in Super, Goku's ego got way too big. Vegeta's always has had one, but, like, you know what I mean?
Goku's got a bigger ego than Vegeta does in Super.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, it is increased exponentially.
Vegeta's the one that's sitting there thinking about, like,
shit, I gotta
actually trying to do stuff, but that whole trying to fight Jiren by himself thing wasn't smart.
Yeah.
Eventually, he started teaming up with Goku.
Yeah.
And they did the thing that I predicted at the beginning of Dragon Ball Super would kind of happen, is that, like, the series would finish up with them taking out somebody by, like, actually learning how to fight together.
Yeah.
Like Whis told them, if you guys fought together, you could probably beat Beerus.
Correct.
But they tried it, but they couldn't fight together. But they tried it. In Frieza, they thought in Resurrection F, they said that they'd, like, rather die than fucking do it. But they tried it, and they fought him for a little bit. Like, they kind of, like, were going at it with him for a little bit.
Yeah,
it wasn't, like, one-sided until Jiren decided to power up.
Yeah.
He's way too fucking strong, man.
Yeah, Jiren was just kind of a dumb villain, I thought.
He's popular now.
I know.
Because
I've
of
heard.
how, like, strong he is, but
His design is lame. He has no...
I don't like Jiren, really.
His character...
His backstory was awful.
Yeah.
His backstory was one of the worst things of all time. It was so bad. I remember just rolling my eyes into the back of my head when I was watching the episode with his backstory. I actually don't even like Hit either, though.
Yeah, I said I didn't... I've been saying I didn't really like Hit.
But he's really, like, really popular. People really like him. Yeah. Like, a lot of people that didn't even like Dragon Ball Super are saying, like, one of the best things about Dragon Ball Super was Hit. What?
Yeah.
Come again?
I mean, his power is okay, but...
His power is, like, decent. But, I mean, like, he's just, like, another strong silent type character, basically. I don't know.
It doesn't do anything for me.
He's definitely cooler than Jiren. I'll say that right now.
Yes.
The fact that he's, like, an assassin.
Jiren has...
And, like, the coolest thing that Hit did was that episode where he was kind of in his universe and he like assassinated that politician guy.
Yeah.
That was the coolest thing he ever did.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything else?
And Vegeta should have eliminated him from the Tournament of Power.
Yeah, it was dumb.
As if we needed anything to fucking tell us that Jiren was fucking the strongest dude ever. Okay, he already took out Ultra Instinct. He already has, like, he ended up beating the piss out of Vegeta and Goku at the same time. He took out Kale in one shot after she was fucking beating the shit out of
Everyone.
Super Saiyan Blue
Yeah.
Goku. Super Saiyan Blue Goku. She was giving him the business, and then Jiren fucking came in and one-shot her. Like, okay, we get it. He's fucking really fucking strong.
Yeah.
Vegeta should have fought Hit. And maybe not even eliminated him, but definitely should have fought him.
Attempted.
Because like they did the thing at the Tournament of Power, or the Universe 6 and 7 tournament, and they fought, and Vegeta lost presumably because he didn't understand what he was dealing with.
Right.
And now Vegeta's way stronger than he was then.
Right.
And he's fucking I don't know. It's my theory, honestly, that Vegeta was stronger than Goku going into the Tournament of Power.
That's your theory?
Well, Vegeta was beating the ever-living piss out of Goku Black the last time we saw him in a fight. He trained for, 3 years in the Hyperbolic Time Chamber?
Something like that, yeah.
And he exploded it when he came out. So he blew up the entire Hyperbolic Time Chamber. And then he came out and he fucking pieced up Goku Black pretty bad.
Yeah.
And forced them to fuse. Meanwhile, Goku was just kind of holding off Zamasu, who we know is not as strong as Goku Black. Because the whole deal with them was, he's immortal and he's really fucking strong.
Right.
He had like unlimited power or something like that. Still got his ass beat by Vegeta.
Correct. Anything else about Dragon Ball?
I mean, we're getting new character designs
Yeah.
for the Super movie
3 new characters.
all the time. I don't know if we
Yeah.
mentioned them last
We
week,
didn't.
but they could potentially be Tuffles.
Yes.
But I don't know if they are, or if
Yeah.
they're just Frieza Force members or not.
Yeah.
If they're Frieza Force members, I kind of hope that they're just Frieza Force members, and I kind of hope that they're kind of like goofy Frieza Force members, you know,
Yeah.
like, because like
They didn't
in
really
Resurrection
look goofy.
F, they kind of looked like they could be comedic characters. They don't look serious. They don't look like they could beat
Well,
anybody.
I don't think they look overly
If you show up in Dragon Ball with a gun, you're not going to beat up anybody. That's how it is. Like, nobody, maybe in Dragon Ball, people were able to do shit with a gun.
They were all jokes too, basically.
In Dragon Ball, they were still
well,
jokes.
the Red
If you
Raven
show
Army
up-
had guns, and like Goku killed
Yeah,
all of
okay.
them single-handedly.
Okay, so if you show up in Dragon Ball with a gun, you're a fucking joke and you're a jobber,
Yeah.
basically. I don't care if it's a space gun or a fucking shotgun or a fucking bazooka.
The only guns we care about is the Gallic gun.
Yeah, yeah. You're a fucking joke, okay? Listen. How many times have you seen Vegeta hold a gun?
I mean, Gallic guns is power, but you do not see a physical gun. It's an energy blast.
It's never happened, okay?
It's never happened.
Did Frieza ever hold a gun?
I don't think so.
No. You know what these people do to guns? Raditz fucking showed you what he does to guns in the first episode. I'm pretty sure he, like, bent a gun or something.
Something.
He's Raditz. He's as strong as a Cyberman. So, they have little space guns. They're a joke. Okay? Like, if they're Tuffles, then maybe they could be serious. But I'm thinking that they're kind of like a peel-off gang in this movie.
They could
as, like,
be. I
Frieza
don't
Force.
know.
Because I was, like, kind of disappointed in the, in Resurrection F.
The movie
There
or
were
the arc?
in the movie. There were like Frieza Force had no like goofy characters.
I was gonna say because in the anime, it was a little goofy.
Well, in the anime, Captain Ginyu came back.
Yeah.
But then he got way too serious too. Like when he took over that guy's body.
Yeah, the new Frieza Force dude or whatever.
I can't remember his name.
The purple guy.
Yeah, I
He was,
can't
like,
remember
purple.
his name, but
Yeah.
So I mean, But back in the Frieza saga, you had like the Ginyu Force. They were like
super goofy.
They were comedic relief a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So like these guys could be like thinking that they're hotshot Frieza Force members, but they're actually just garbage.
Yeah.
They can't be a serious threat to anyone because they have guns.
Correct.
That's the rule of Dragon Ball. Yeah. Even Frieza Force members had like Buster cannons before on their arms.
Yeah.
They were jokes. They got iced out. I think that literally every single one of them got killed by Vegeta.
Yeah. Anyway, that's about it. I will leave with one thing, because of you, I guess. Because you talk about it all the fucking time, and I noticed that it's on Amazon Prime for free and VRV. I've decided I'm going to start watching Rurouni Kenshin.
Woo!
For some reason, I've never watched it.
Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Buddy the Bruiser watching my favorite anime of all time.
We'll see how it goes. The first episode was called like The Beautiful Swordsman or something. So we'll see how this goes.
He is beautiful. He is a pretty man. Well, do we have any Rurouni Kenshin posters in here? He's a pretty
not
man.
in here. They're all over your house. So.
Okay, so did you watch the first episode already?
No, I just saw because I was like checking to see how much was on. And the whole
I'm going to tell you right
there.
now, and I'm going to recommend this to everyone because it's my favorite show of all time. It starts out slow.
Okay.
Okay, so like the first episode's like an introductory episode, basically. It introduces Kenshin and kind of like his backstory, like who he is and everything and stuff like that. And then the next few episodes after that introduce like pretty much all the other side characters, and then they come in, and then there's like one like kind of like 2 episode like sort of arc in there that's pretty good, and then there's another like immediately following that there's probably like a 5 or 6 episode arc that's really good, and then a lot of the rest of the first season is filler.
Okay.
So like kind of goofy episodes, and like, I'll tell you right now that none of the humor is funny at all.
Okay.
The humor in Rurouni Kenshin is absolute garbage. You're in it for the sword fights and the story. When you get to the second season is when everything gets
good,
super fucking good.
Okay.
The first season has good moments. Like there's like basically everything in the first season that actually follows the manga is really good. And then the filler, I still like it, but I'm just like so absurdly like into that show. Stop at the second season though. Don't go into the third season.
Don't go into the third.
The third season is all filler, and none of it is good.
You're like, oh, this is my favorite show. Most of the first season sucks. The third season sucks.
I didn't say most of the first season sucks. I like all of the first season, except for the circus episode. The circus episode can go fuck itself. And if you know when it's getting up onto the circus episode, you can just go ahead and skip it, okay? Go ahead and skip the circus episode.
Well, now I gotta see it. I'll
spoil it for you. Kenshin doesn't even fight with his sword. I think he beats everyone up with an umbrella at the end of it. It sucks, okay? The circus episode sucks. There's some filler in there that is really fun, like the police swordsmen. They're all fucking jobbers, dude, but like they're so into themselves. We are the police swordsmen. Due to our great sword skill, we're allowed to carry real swords.
We stand for justice.
Yeah, shit like that. They're like the pride troopers, but they're actually assholes. But like, I like the police swordsman. I'm pretty sure it's filler, but I like the police swordsman. There's like pirate episodes at the end of the first season. Like the last 3 episodes of the first season is like this little.
They're just pirates.
Pirate like mini saga thing, and like, I kind of liked that episode. Like. Or that, like, little story. Kenshin gets on their pirate ship and beats the living shit out of all of them. The Japanese pirates. It's fun. It's a good show. And, I mean, I hope that you like it.
Well, I will start it sometime this weekend, and then by next week's show, I'll give you a report of where I am and what happens. So.
I mean, listen. If you get... Okay, like, I think episode, like... I want to say, like, 6 and 7 is like kind of like the Gine. His name, the villain's name is Gine Udo, and then right after that is the Oniwaban group. All right.
Okay.
If you get through those, and you don't like any of it, then you're probably just not going to like the show.
I see. But you know how I am when I like a show, because obviously I watch all of Dragon Ball Super in like 2 weeks. So.
Yeah, but I'm saying that those are like early indicators.
Yeah.
In the series, like those are like kind of like the first time that like actual like major like badass villains like come in, and they don't last that long, but like it's kind of like an indicator. Whereas like the second season is all one big arc leading up to the one big major badass villain, whereas like in like these characters will like either return in that arc or they are referenced in that arc still. They're like major parts of the story. So that's when the show starts heating up. The problem with the first season though is that like it heats up there, and whereas the manga kind of like continued the story, the first season will go into some filler and like kind of really cools the story down a little bit. So, and then the third season is all filler. And I just can't listen, I know it's my favorite show, but I just can't fucking vouch for it, man. The third season is fucking trash.
But how is it filler if it's ending the series?
Okay, so basically what it was is that the manga continues, all right? There's a whole nother arc in the manga.
But they never made it into the anime?
But since the anime had caught up with the manga, they're doing a third... They're going to do... Okay, we do the third season filler, right? And then it gives time for the manga to get ahead. And then we're fourth season, we're going to hop in and catch up with the manga. Well, the third season was so fucking bad that they just canceled the whole fucking show. And so bits and pieces of the third arc, or not, I guess it's not the third arc of the manga, because like the manga has more arcs that are just like smaller. But like kind of what the third season would have been in Rurouni Kenshin. Some of that is put into the OVAs, Samurai X Trust and Betrayal, which is like a prequel to the series.
Okay.
But you need to watch the series first, because they don't even talk, like, it's in the manga, but it's not even talked about until the events of after the second season.
Okay.
And so that's adapted perfectly into the OVA. And then the very last arc of the manga is kind of jammed into this final OVA that's sort of like, it can't be filler, but it's not canon. But they jammed like this like final fight of the manga into this as like a flashback in it. So like that's the only like animated thing they ever did with that arc, basically.
Weird. And I'm assuming stay away from all live action.
No, actually the live actions are like considered to be like some of the best like anime adaptations into live action ever. And I've watched all three of them, and all I have to say is that the first one is like, as far as anime adaptations and live action goes, I will happily say that the first one is a masterpiece.
Okay.
As far as anime adaptations goes, like other than that, it's like an over the top kung fu movie basically.
Right. Yeah.
But the second one is good, but it's not as good as the first one. Mm-hmm. And then the third one is better than the second one, but probably still not as good as the first one. Gotcha. But all three of them are good.
Gotcha.
But watch the anime first.
Well, yeah, obviously. But yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Or read the manga.
I don't read. Well, I read a lot, but I don't read mangas.
Comics.
I don't read comics.
Okay, well,
I would, but I...
If you like the anime, I'm going to like suggest heavily that you read the manga, because it's better than the anime.
Okay.
But I always suggest watching the anime first and then reading the manga, because I feel like if someone reads the manga first, then they won't appreciate the anime for what it was. And I watched the anime first, so I still appreciate the anime for what it was, and then I watched the manga and just kind of was like, well, that was better than that. Anyways.
But yeah, that's about all we have for this week. Let us know in the comments what you guys want us to talk about some other time. We did get a comment. No Star wants us to talk about sitcoms, because our last episode about...
Oh shit, we should have talked about that today.
We could have, but we got to keep them hanging on for a little longer. Maybe that could be our finale of the season finale.
The sitcoms.
We'll see.
All right, everybody go watch Rurouni Kenshin.
Go watch Rurouni Kenshin.
And if you don't like that, watch Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah, that's another one I need to watch.
I feel like you'll definitely like Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah.
I just don't see a way that you wouldn't.
My friend Byron on Twitter, like, that's his favorite show, so he talks about that all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Like you talk about Rurouni Kenshin all the time.
Yeah.
But,
so, I mean, go watch those. And if you don't like any of those, GTO is on Crunchyroll. And that's like my second favorite show of all time. It's probably tied with like Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
As an anime fan, I know we're trying to sign off.
That's fine.
But we're talking about anime, and I'm just about to like nerd out. As an anime fan, like in junior high and stuff, in elementary school, going into junior high, I got into anime through Dragon Ball Z and Pokemon and stuff. But I discovered Rurouni Kenshin in like 6th grade by buying VHS tapes.
Yeah.
And reading Animerica magazine, and they were talking about Rurouni Kenshin. So I was like, this is cool. And I bought it, and it sure as fuck, it was bloody, and they cussed, and it was cool.
Yeah.
And so, like, I got into that, and then it became like a thing where now it seems like I notice on the internet that a lot of people try to act like Dragon Ball Z is not that good.
They do. People on the internet talk about that all the time.
So, I mean...
Because it's like the most mainstream anime you
yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, it's not cool to like Dragon Ball Z really anymore, but I went through that phase in like junior high and everything where I was watching a bunch of animes way better than Dragon Ball Z. But now as an adult looking back on it, man, Dragon Ball Z is just up there as one of the best. So Dragon Ball Z is probably tied for my second favorite anime with GTO, Great Teacher Onizuka. Which you're a substitute teacher, so you should watch that too.
Oh boy.
It's a comedy show, so.
It sounds like a comedy show.
It's like a comedy drama show. It'll get the tears out of you every now and then.
We'll see. It's no Grave of the Fireflies shit.
Ugh. No.
No.
No, it's not great.
So it's not that tear jerking.
It's not that tear jerking, no. But anyways, sorry for carrying on about this.
That's okay.
We have been Two Nerds.
This has been
a podcast. Thank you for listening to Two Nerds, a podcast. See you guys next week.
See you next week.